reasons why I stopped intermittent fasting on spring equinox. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. Okay, so it was spring equinox today, yeah, the beginning of the spring, and it is often considered to be the cosmic new year too, yeah. I'm so excited, right? Well, so I stopped practicing intermittent fasting, but actually I stopped doing it on March 1st, yeah, but spring equinox is more appropriate time to do it. Therefore, I set this in the title of this video because I want to emphasize the fact that it is good to do it on spring equinox. Right. And when I say intermittent fasting, I'm talking about 16 hours fast or 17 hours fast. So I stopped doing that. So there are two reasons for it. So please watch the video until the end. So the intermittent fasting regimen I had before is called Hare and K intermittent fasting, once a week, 36 hours. Yeah. So on Monday, I practiced 36 hours fast. And then Tuesday, I had 3 meals. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I practiced 17 hours fast, and the weekend I took a break from fasting. Yeah, that was my protocol. Yeah, then I changed this to this regimen. So where I just practice 36 hours fast once a week, and the rest of the time I have 3 meals. Yeah, the weekend is still special because I include some other animal-based food. Yeah, on Tuesday and Thursday I include fish, but the rest of the period is mostly plant-based. For details about my fasting regimen, please watch my other video. It's called Intermittent Fasting, New Myth Debunked, and Benefit You Shouldn't Ignore. Yeah, if you watch this video, yeah, you understand what Hari and K intermittent fasting is and why that regimen was important and ideal, and so on. The first reason is about protein intake. Yeah, so the RDA, recommended daily allowance, was said 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. I came up with my old regimen based on this data. Yeah, but now it is said 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight is necessary. Yeah, more and more people are saying this. Yeah, and for people who are older and athletic, yeah, maybe 1.6 grams per kilograms of body weight is necessary. So I am under this category because I'm 61 years old. I'm not an athlete, but I do kind of, exercises regularly, right? Yeah. So more and more, I am convinced that I need to apply this data. And also, the importance of breakfast from the perspective of circadian rhythm, right? So, the early time restrictive feeding, yeah. So the breakfast is considered to be important these days. So many people stop the routine of skipping breakfast because of this. Plus, for the protein intake, it is better to absorb protein before 10 a.m. So it is good to absorb protein early in the morning, right? Now, so with my old regimen, I was dividing my protein intake between two periods, during the week and the weekend. So the weekend was the protein loading period. So I consume a lot more protein on the weekend than during the week. Yeah. Now, this was because, hunter-gatherers, that was more like the ancient lifestyle. They did not have a constant supply of protein. When they succeeded in hunting, they had feast and they had a high protein period. But during their hunting, they stayed hungry for many days, and that was a low protein intake period. So it wasn't like they had the same amount of protein intake every single day. Yeah, there were days when they went without any protein, and then days when they had abundant protein. Yeah, so if you look at that was the natural rhythm, or that was the rhythm of the ancient people, and then many of the things today comes from that period, right? So if you think about that, maybe it is more natural to have that division, protein, high protein period and low protein period. It makes sense to me. Yeah. So I still don't know. And then also, there is a view saying a high protein diet induces mTOR, especially certain amino acids like leucine and methionine, yeah, induces mTOR, right? So, mTOR, we have autophagy, that is the cellular recycling mechanism, and mTOR is the major regulator of growth. It's the opposite of autophagy. So when autophagy is on, mTOR is off. And when the mTOR is on, autophagy is off. So because autophagy is considered to be the key to longevity, if you want to activate autophagy, you want to suppress mTOR. Yeah. Therefore, I divided my period to autophagy activating period during the week and mTOR activating period on the weekend. Right. With this new regimen, I don't have such a division. Yeah, 36 hours fast on Monday, that probably becomes the autophagy activating period. And then the weekend is probably the mTOR activating period. However, from Tuesday until Friday are kind of both really. Probably, from night to the morning is autophagy activating period, and during the daytime is mTOR activating period. Right. So I still don't know which regiment is better. Yeah. In many ways, my old regiment is still effective, I think. Yeah. But from this absorbing enough protein, yeah, 3 meals a day, maybe good too. So I just want to experiment to see what happens. Yeah. And also there is another reason to it. Yeah. So that's when the second reason comes in. Yeah. And that is the circadian rhythm. Yeah. So when we talk about circadian rhythm, yeah, we have a monthly rhythm and annual rhythm, right? So based on annual rhythm, it is beneficial to do more exercise in summertime and more fasting in wintertime. Yeah. So you want to change your regimen based on the season. So during the warmer season, you can spend less time fasting and spend more time exercising. Yeah, remember, you can activate autophagy through your exercises too. So if you increase the exercise load during the warmer period, even if you reduce your fasting hours, you can compensate, yeah, by exercising more. So that is why I decided to experiment this new regimen on the spring equinox, which is the beginning of the warm season. Yeah. So I want to practice it from spring until autumn. So maybe starting on spring equinox and continue until autumn equinox will be a good period. Then I will go back to my old fasting regimen, yeah, during kind of late autumn to early spring period. What about this perspective of intermittent fasting can give the gut a break. Because that is another reason why you should practice intermittent fasting. Yeah. Because we eat too much and too often, and the gut is constantly at work. So it really depends on people. But if you're talking about average Western people, the average Western kind of standard diet, I think people eat way too much and way too often. So practicing intermittent fasting was wonderful. It provided a new lifestyle, having this kind of a break to the gut, and you pay attention to how much you're eating and stuff like that. So it was very beneficial for that sense. Yeah. And even if you decided to eat 3 meals a day, it is critical to give 12 to 14 hours fasting window. Yeah, in order to give the gut a break. Yeah. Um, Now, according to Dr. Satchin Panda, who appeared in a podcast program called The Proof, yeah, 14 hours is ideal for a fasting window, yeah, and therefore maybe it is good to do from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. eating. So you have the eating window from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., 10 hours. Then you can have 14 hours of fasting window, right? And then eat breakfast like a king, and lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. So you want to have a big breakfast, and you can include a lot of protein in your breakfast and lunch, and maybe not so much protein for dinner. And especially you want to avoid eating meat because it takes longer time to digest. Yeah, Dr. Sachin Panda talks about some time to digest your food. So you need to digest your food fast before you shift to fasted state. Yeah, and after in your fasted state, the repairing begins, and you need 7 to 8 hours for repairing period. Therefore, if you eat meat, it takes longer time to digest. You may need longer than 14 hours. You might need 15 hours or 16 hours. But if you have a plant-based protein, maybe 14 hours is enough. Yeah, therefore, my new regimen is I practice 36 hours fast once a week, in my case on Monday. So I do this, cleansing there. Yeah, at least I get to do this once a week cleansing, like deep cleansing. It is also good for a spiritual reason too. Yeah, because I told you that, we are in the Aquarian age now, and it is important to pay attention to the spiritual growth as well. And fasting is a wonderful tool for your spiritual growth. Yeah. For the spiritual reason, I'd like to practice fasting from time to time, like prolonged fasting. So 36 hours fast or 24 hours fast is also good. Yeah, just once a week. And then the rest of the day, 3 meals a day. But during the week, I try to stay on plant-based diet as much as possible, except Tuesday and Thursday, I include fish to get some omega-3 fatty acid. Yeah. And then the weekend, I include some other animal-based food. And the weekend is the time of no regulation. I don't even set these eating windows. I just eat whenever I want to eat, and I allow myself to drink some alcohol, yeah, so that, mentally I can relax. I can relax and enjoy. It is a kind of a feasting, like a festive, occasion. So I make a distinction between hare and ke there. During the week to be ke period, the weekend to be hare period, right? Okay, but again, I still practice quota system where I change my approach once every 3 months. So for the next 3 months, I will try this regimen, and then I'll review and see if it works for me or not. Yeah, then I might change this approach, or I might continue for another 3 months until autumn equinox. So if you want to know more about Hare and K intermittent fasting, the meaning behind it, and why I practiced it before, and why it is still one of the most ideal fasting regimen. Yeah, please read the Ikigai biohacking. And for about the diet, please read the Ikigai diet. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Satchin Panda, the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel, and please leave your comment. Do you practice intermittent fasting, or do you eat 3 meals a day, or do you change your regimen according to the season? Thank you. Well, I will see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!